Hey guys, Monday morning and we are back on Dan's build. Right, slight change of plan on this. The exhaust, with this being a 350, the exhaust pipes, the front pipe, it's very hard to get one that looks all right. So pretty much everywhere I've searched, don't do a pipe as good looking as the 500 pipe which we've got here. So if you look at the 350 exhaust pipe, we've got this sort of tightish bend there and this great big lazy curve here, which it's been niggling me and it's been niggling Dan. So if it's niggling two people, it's got to be changed. I tried searching everywhere, Hitchcocks everywhere, and to my knowledge they don't do one for the 350 which is the same as the 500. So on the 500 one we've got this tight bend here, a straight and a tight bend there, so as you can see the difference. In my opinion, this 500 one, not that, this one, looks much better, much neater. So I've been having a mess about with it, doing everything I can to try and get this to fit the 350. The pipe's a bit bigger as well, not much, but it is. So this will not go into the cylinder head. And also when we use the 350 pipe, we have to use these sleeves in the silencer for the different sizes. So what I'm trying, I've turned this down in the lathe earlier. It sort of reduces to fit into the cylinder head and then steps up to the size, the internal size of the 500 pipe. I've had a mess about with the bracket to try and get it sit right. So we're going to go and see if it works. Hopefully it will, and we can get rid of this not so pretty thing here. Yeah, I don't know why Hitchcocks do not do one the same style as this for the 350. I have no clue. I've searched and can't find one. I don't know if anyone else does one, but apart from spending a lot of time building one, buying the bends in, welding them all together, we're going to have a go at this. I think it's going to work, to be honest, and we'll have a bit of a chunkier pipe which will always look better. It's not much, but it's enough to make it look better. So let's get over to the bike and see if it's going to be all right. Right, to start with, we've got this insert that I've made. So obviously the standard exhaust just basically slots into the head. The only thing I haven't got at the moment is the cooling ring, but we can try everything together, see if it's going to work. Got this bracket, we'll just put everything on loose for now. Now we're ready. And obviously when I get the cooling ring, like I say, that'll be on there as well, which will help clamp it up a bit. Oh, big fat head in the way as usual. got a spanner for that? Have I got a spanner for that? I'm unprepared again. I'm going to do that one up. Oh, here we go. Right in front of my eyes. No, that's not the one. Come on. Is that it? That'll do it. We're looking good, so we don't need that no more, hopefully. I'll just have that clamp poking out for now, because obviously this wooden block's in the way to do it up. Spin a nut on here. I think we've got it. Yeah, it's missing everything. Got plenty of clearance. Plenty of clearance here, plenty of clearance there, and on the footrest mounting point. Fits into there nice. It probably looks close there, but trust me, there's plenty of clearance. Yeah, I think we've got it. That looks much better. I think so. Scrub the old one. I mean, some of you might prefer this big, long, lazy curve, but I don't. I think that is a big improvement, and it's also nice to know with only 350 now, I can make the 500 pipe work. Yeah. But Dan's not having this shiny. We've got to upset a few U chrome fans and dull it off. I'm happy with that. Solid. Let's say we'll get the cooling ring on there as well. I'll get one of them ordered. I don't think I've got one. That'll do it. Sorted. Right, I think I might do one more job actually. Sort the headlight bracket out. Let's do that. Right, doing my usual. Moving forward a day. Had a couple of things crop up. It can be hard when you're working on your own sometimes. It's the tiniest things can sort of throw you off track. Someone wants a bit of out with something, someone turns up with something, a friend turns up, something turns up in the post you've been waiting for to finish something off, whatever. Anyway, back to the headlight brackets. So, I've got to try and remember where I finished off now. We've welded them all up. I've just got to now dress them up and try and make that look like a really tight bend. Hopefully. We've put plenty of weld on there to give us material to shape them up. So it probably doesn't look the best at the moment because I've just laid it on and laid it on to build it up. So what I'll do first, I've started to do it there, I'll weld? I'm not going to weld, I've welded it. I'll grind sort of the high points and then dress it all up from there. So that's what we'll do. Hopefully no one's going to turn up today or anything in the post or anything, or anybody wants anything doing. So I can get on with this. Right, let's grind the main bit first. Over there. Oh, I think we'll put a new one in there. Let's treat ourselves to a new one. Where's my holy glove? Here it is. So yeah, we've got the flats on there first, and that'll give me a good starting point to start getting the shape in there. I've got plenty of weld on the inside there to try and put a radius in, and then we'll radius that outside as well, and it should start looking like a bend and not a mess like it is a looking. So that's a bit of a radius on there now, and then we'll just drop these corners off and it'll start taking shape, hopefully. Get the compressor on. And we'll have a go with these two. And we're out of wind. Oh, I think a new compressor's got to be looked into. I'm going to spend 60% of the job waiting for the air to build up. Plus I need a silent one really to run it round here. There's a couple of nicks in the material that I've just got to drop some weld in as well. I'll get that radius in, then do that. Come on, old girl, get your breath back. Come on. Right, that's pretty much dressed up. I'm going to run it around the Scotch Brite wheel now, and that should polish it up nice and highlight any flats in the material, so I can attend to it. Let's see how it goes. in there, I think. Okay, right, we now have two. I'll quickly clean the other one up. There's still a couple of little tiny little sort of dips and pinholes, not many, but I will tend to them. I've probably said before, I check over everything when it goes in the powder coating pile just to make sure it's all right, because like I said, some people think powder coating is the miracle cure to hide all these little bits and bobs, but it doesn't. It can, you know, tiny bits, but it can also amplify problems and make it look 10 times worse. So it's nice to get the metal work really nice. Right, let's get these on and see what they look like. Oh, you've probably spotted it's had a change of tyres. Some knobblies. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but at the end of the day, this is sort of a nod to a dispatch rider's bike, which I guess a lot of them had sort of all-terrain tyres on, if you want to call them that. So Dan wanted to go with the knobbly tyres. He likes them anyway. On camera, it probably looks like this is ridiculously close to the forks, and it kind of is, but there's a gap, so we're all right. All I've got to do now, and I've done a bit of research. I know some guy, and I'm sorry I can't remember, you have that many messages and questions. Some guy did offer to make a spindle, but I found someone who does them, and they're next to nothing. So I'm going to order the correct spindle for it, because obviously this would have been in the conventional forks that just clamped up at the bottom. These ones are supposed to be threaded with sort of a shouldered nut that keeps the wheel in the forks. So anyway, let's get these on. We've still got a bit to sort out on these forks. I'm still messing with the spring actually, which I've got to finish off doing, and also we're going to sort the surface out on these. So I'm going to dress them up a tiny bit, and what I'm going to do is take these to the powder coaters, have them powdered, put on as much as he dare, then I'm going to go and collect them, have them back and DA all the surface back up. With that we should hide all the pitting. It's not bad enough to be a structural problem, but we decided we're going to have them smart locking. Now, where did I put them washers? They'll be under the hammer then. I think that's going to look alright. I'm going to have a look at my bench as well. I left this bench up last night, and like an idiot I didn't put the bar through, and this morning it's let itself down. I mean, I've had that happen in the past, and I've left something under the bench and it's crushed it. So I must remember that one. So here's the lamp. Don't drop it, fat boy, don't drop it. Please do not drop it. It's frosted glass, and as you can see, this is where the wires come out, hence why I chopped that centre part out. It'll just allow me to let the wires flow a bit better, trying to bend them round that bar. I want to get this bolted up and out of my hands as soon as possible. Won't be the first time I've dropped a light. Not my proudest moment. Not this one. Obviously, I was doing an Enfield a while back, and it just slipped out my hands and smacked right on the corner of this bench. Brand new light. I ain't put washers on these yet. I'm just, obviously, we're just mocking it up. And doing it this way, I've got adjustment, quite a bit of adjustment before I tighten it up, so we can get it all aligned properly, which I'm not going to bother with just yet. Oh, what size is that? That'll be all right then. I'll probably make some little brass washers for these actually. There we go. What do you reckon? I think that's all right. Obviously at the minute the bike's sitting back end down, so it's not level, so it's hanging off the bench there. Let's have a look. Bit mucky now. Yeah, I think that looks smart actually. I like that. I'm actually liking the whole bike, how it's turning out, and it's been a bit of something different for me to do. Still got quite a bit, I say quite a bit, it's just small amount of fabrication work to do on it now. We've got to do the tank brackets, may do that in the next video. What else we've got to do? The actual battery box in the dummy oil tank, so we've got to cut the bottom of the oil tank out and make a battery box that goes up inside, and then we've got to cut the chain guard to go around all that, and then the mud guard, we've got to do the braces for the mud guard and cut the chain guard and possibly a bit of the mud guard for that to interlock with each other. And then I don't know, we ain't far off actually. We're getting very, very close for all the fabrication work to be completed, and then it's stripped down, and when everything's gone off for powder coating and such, we will do the engine, spend a bit of time getting all that nice and clean. So this engine does run sweet, but we'll still have the top end off it. We'll replace all the gaskets, we'll clean everything up, and then with the top end off, that allows me to paint the barrel properly. I know some people mask them all out and paint them in situ, but I like to pull them apart. You can just get a better job done of it, and then it just allows you to double check everything at the top end to make sure it's all okay. We know the crank's fine. So yeah, that engine be coming apart, well, the primary will come off, we'll probably drop the gearbox off so we can clean everything all inside and around in between the gaps, get it all done properly. Yeah, anyway, where's the bracket? Here we go, look. You'll see what I mean. This is the wire outlet here with the bar that was going across. It literally collided straight with that. So with that gone now, it allows us to do any sort of adjustment and it's not in the way, and the wire can just come straight down, I guess, drop under one of the brackets and just come down and then through under the tank or whatever. Now I've got to order a Speedo for this bike. I've done a bit of research because looking at the front end, I think the normal size Speedo, don't know if I've got one knocking about. I personally, Dan's obviously watching. See what you think, Dan. I think a big Speedo will personally look too much up here. It'd be nice to try and keep it as clear as possible, so you can get the smaller Smith's Speedo replicas, sort of half the size, and I think one of them will work much better tucked away somewhere up here, and we'll make a nice bracket for it. And like I say, that'll keep this looking a lot more clear, leave the focus on the headlight sort of thing. I ain't got a normal size Speedo, so I'd show you what I mean. I just think it'll look too big. I did have one knocking about, I can't find it, But yeah, so what are the normal sizes for is it 80mm? The normal Smith Speedo? Is it about 80mm? Can't remember. But they do a much smaller one anyway, like I was saying. I think it'll look much better on that front end. We can do a little discreet bracket for it. And yeah, it'll look better. Then he's got his little bullhorn that goes up there as well somewhere. So we don't want to clutter it up too much, I don't think. So there you go. Like I say, next video I think we'll go for tank brackets and then get on with mounting the mudguard. So that's basically it. We've got tank brackets, mudguard mounts, trimming the chain guard. We've got another little like brass oil pump to put on that. Yeah, without sitting here, I can't remember everything, but it's just a load of small things now. And then it'll be coming to bits. It's been certainly been interesting, this one. And it's not over yet. Anyway, I think that'll do. Next video we'll get on some more smaller jobs and slowly start ticking them all off the list. I think that'll do. Cheers for watching, guys.